Is Dawn coming? Oh my God, is she okay? Is she okay? Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I hate that. Yes.
Tell him yes, sir. I'm gonna give this to you, so you'll call 21 after he's done.
After 8. I'll let him do it all.
Oh, Lois is back. I don't have to do that tonight. Yay.
Yeah, so it's, yeah.
My job is easier when Lois is here.
Mics are on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium, and if they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. Board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to come back and give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
Yes, we have 3 postponements. Hearing 2, Appeal 24-516, Richard Helm and Jennifer Glasgow. Hearing 16, Appeal number 24-566, Fernando Ramalidi. And hearing 19, Appeal 24-548, Zeev Zahavi.
Anyone in the audience here for any of those hearings tonight? Let the record reflect that no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing number 1, Appeal 76-199, Joanne Jablonski, at 100 South Bay Avenue, Massapequa, New York.
Hi. Could you just raise your right hand? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Joanne Jablonski, 100 South Bay Avenue, Massapequa.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell us why you're here.
Okay, so I live in a mother-daughter house. I've been there for 40 years. My mother lived there, my daughter lived there, my son lives there. Right now, nobody is there but me. I'd like to have my sister come and live with me. She's not well. She has multiple myeloma. She's currently living with her daughter, but nobody's with her all day long. So I work from home. So I'd like her to come
That's nice.
and live with me.
Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions? No. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 3, Appeal 24-545, David Fitzgerald at 15 Breezy Place, Massapequa.
Thank you. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, permit to us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board.
So can you spell your last name for me, please?
COS, CIA.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Fitzgerald. He resides at 15 Breezy Place, Massapequa. Property is located in R110 zone. We're proposing to maintain a porch converted to habitable space that has a front yard setback of 11.7 feet, where 30 feet is required. It's an R110 zone. This lot is only 8,000 square foot lot, substandard. The enclosed porch has been there since 1932. I do have a picture for the board if they want it.
Give it to Mike.
Did you say 1932?
1932, yeah.
That was me, sorry.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
I can see why they need to convert the porch.
Thanks, honey.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? The neighbors are okay with it?
Yeah. It's been in the family since 1931. This was built.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by oral.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 4. Let me see if I have an address on this. It's not on my sheet. 518 Ocean Avenue, Massapequa. The appeal number is 24-551.
Thank you.
Saddam Singh.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please?
Larry Bennett, 11 Hardstone Drive, Mechanicville, New York.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why you're here.
So I'm representing the client at 518 Ocean Avenue, Massapequa. He bought a piece of property, oh wait, I want to make sure I have the right address here. Yes. So he bought this property, he lives upstate New York, and it eventually became a really severe zombie house, and there was a lot of complaints. So the town of Oyster Bay went in, and they took the house down. And then they, when the owner contacted the town, they told him that he would have to pay the bill, so he paid it. So I have a photograph and a survey and a CO of the original house that was built. So, you know, I want.
This is the same owner?
No.
No, this is a new owner.
This is the new owner, okay.
Yeah, this is the client now.
It is a commercial.
Yes, it is. I just had some notations. Is there a basement entrance? Is he putting in a basement entrance?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Is he putting in a basement entrance?
No,
No basement entrance?
no, do you have the plan or something you're looking at? That's it.
I wasn't sure if
Yeah,
I
that's
see an
he-
egress, so,
He has to put in an egress window
Right,
by
of
code,
course.
so that's the window in the back,
okay.
yes.
And how many bedrooms and bathrooms will be in this house?
There's 3 bedrooms upstairs and a bath, and I believe a lavatory downstairs.
Okay.
I don't want my paperwork to fall all over the place here.
Anybody have any questions?
Can I lay this up here, sir? So the one-family dwelling with a full basement.
There's no what?
No bathroom and
Just
basement.
laundry, he said.
So I came down from upstate to help my daughter, because she was supposed to be here tonight.
Okay. Oh, she was gonna do the presentation?
She was gonna do the presentation, but she had an application in the town of Babylon, so I took this one, you know, to help her, because it's hard for her to really travel far and stuff. So that's how I wound up with this project.
Okay. That's
So I
fine.
looked at it today. Yes, 3 bedrooms, right? Yeah. 2 bedrooms upstairs.
Sir, you're gonna have to speak into the microphone so she can take your testimony.
Okay. So a laboratory on the first floor, a master bathroom upstairs, and a hallway bathroom
Okay.
family.
All right.
So I
And-
was reviewing the file completely for a couple of hours before I came up here, because I just got it like this afternoon. And I'm looking over the survey and reading the variances required. We have one for off-street parking, because we only had one car, you need two. And then there's, the average front yard setback is supposed to be 22 roughly, 0.3 feet to the first step of the porch going in the
Well,
front door.
what's required from the town is 30.69. What you're offering is 22.5 to the portico.
Well, I'm talking about the average setback.
Oh, okay,
We have the average setback.
okay.
So I looked at this and I said, well, if we just move the house back about 6 feet, we don't have an issue with the average setback. Now it'll be at the stoop. And we have the second car will fit in the driveway because we got roughly like, let's see, I wrote this over here, 38 feet.
You would have to submit a whole new set of plans. You could do that, and it would be less variances, but this.
Okay,
But you would have to come back.
okay,
We couldn't adjust that here tonight
yeah.
without plans.
Well, I have to fix it, but they have to fix the survey is what they have to do for the
Well,
board.
is that what you want to do?
Well, I was hoping that maybe I could submit, to the board the changes and stuff and then provide it to the building department.
Susan, we could hold a hearing open and you
Yes, you
could,
can keep it on
we can.
reserve, but I will need 3 new sets of plans reflecting all the changes, sir. I'd have to have it re-looked at in the zoning department
Okay,
to see if it creates any other variances or not.
okay,
And if it does create any other variances, like a rear yard variance, you'd have to start over because that wouldn't have been advertised. Just so
Okay.
you know, okay?
all right, so I'll have them do that and then.
You want to do that?
Maybe by then my daughter will be able to come up.
All right, so then we'll put this hearing on reserve.
All right, we can leave it open, that would be wonderful, thank you.
All right, thank you. And I like that idea, by the way, so I really like the 2 parking spots. I hate to give on a new
And
house.
I looked at the property, it does go back, so I'm hoping
Okay.
Yeah.
it will fit without a variance.
We'll need the parking and the rear yard
Yeah.
and everything, so, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll close the hearing.
It's on reserve.
Oh, right, I just let me know, okay, so we can go, yeah. Okay, hearing 5, Appeal 25-7, Jake Campbell at 93 Hamilton Avenue, Massapequa.
Thanks, Mike. All right. Thanks. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Jake Campbell of 93 Hamilton Avenue, Massapequa, New York. We are requesting a variance for an existing cellar entrance and rear platform with steps to grade, which are located in R17 zone and do not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 25 feet, maintaining a rear yard setback of 20.7 feet to the cellar entrance and 17.4 feet to the rear platform and steps to grade. These conditions existed when my client purchased the home. The cellar entrance was actually constructed in 1970. Photos of the property along with photos of the existing cellar were submitted to the board. As you can see in the photos, the existing basement is completely unfinished. I do not have consent letters for this application. They were requested of the owner. The property was recently sold, and there's money being held in escrow pending the issuance of the required permits and COs for these structures. The property is well maintained, and the existing structures are consistent with the character of this neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Thank you for the pictures.
You're welcome.
I have no questions. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by our office.
you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 6, Appeal 25-38, James Wiltshire at 115 Charles Avenue, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, Madam Board.
Good evening.
Here tonight representing the Wilshire family who seek several variances tonight to build a rear 2-story addition and a rear deck to their home. We're also asking to amend two specific plan variances, 64-74 and 64-357, dated June 24th, 1964. Our first request is to allow 19.85 aggregate side yard when 20-foot minimum is required, only a .15 difference. Second request is to permit 83 square foot shed to remain 1.31 feet off the side yard and 2.3 feet off the rear yard when 3 feet is required. Our third request is to allow this proposed addition to be built with 4.73% over the permittable 25% lot coverage, asking for 29.73. As this is a hardship application, James Wilshire has leg issues and needs more space on the lower level. That's why we're building this addition, to limit him from using the stairs. Our fourth and final request is to be only 222 square feet over the max GFA of 3,050, asking only 3,272. All other aspects of this project meet the zoning for R17.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
Hi, can I ask you to raise your right hand, please?
Evening, members of the board. John Garidi.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please?
John Garidi, 108 Edward Street, Massapequa.
I'm sorry, 108?
Edward Street?
Thank you.
I live right behind 115. They just bought that property. It's going to be a very, in my opinion, a very large addition. It's a 45-foot from the whole back of the house, 15-foot out extending towards my yard with a deck overlooking into our yards. I think the addition is very large. I don't have any problems with the other variances, but maybe they could scale back a little bit on the deck being on the second floor and getting rid of that addition and having the deck on the first floor would be more amenable, but that's for your consideration. I just think it's a
Okay, well,
large,
I just want to explain to you a couple of things. The addition that he's proposing is for this gentleman to access a bedroom on the main floor because
Yes.
he has problems walking, so.
yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
You don't have a problem with the addition, so
No.
it's the deck. It's just the deck?
There's going to be a two-story addition from the plans that I saw on Monday. On one side, a one-story addition on the other side, but the
Right.
whole addition is 45 feet by 15 foot out. And on the right side, from what I saw, there's going to be a second-floor deck.
Does the deck meet the rear yard requirements?
I don't have any problems with the other variances.
So the deck meets the, he's not asking for a rear yard
The 30 feet.
variance on the,
30.
35 feet away from your property.
So
With-
he doesn't need a variance
With
for
the addition?
For the deck itself.
Do you have any other questions?
That's it.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Khan? Anybody else want to be heard on this application?
I have nothing
You're done.
further to add.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 7, Appeal 24-519, which will be heard along with hearing number 8, Appeal 25-27, Stephen Howe at 387 Briarwood Road, Massapequa.
Thank you. Here tonight representing the Howe family, who seek several variances before you to build a second-floor addition for a parent-child use, also to amend specific plan variance 00-197, dated May 4th, 2000. First request is to allow a second kitchen for a parent-child residence. We've submitted a DRC listing all the occupants, in which I can read to you. It'll be Stephen and Carol. They will occupy the first floor. Their 3 daughters, Caitlin, Carolyn, and Allison, will occupy the second floor. They have all read and understand the DRC and Town of Oyster Bay rules and regulations for this type of residence. Our second request is to permit a 25-foot front yard setback in lieu of the 25.28 minimum average front yard setback. Our third request is to have a 7.78 side yard instead of the 8-foot, very minimal. God bless you. Our fourth request is to permit a 19.15 aggregate instead of the 20-foot. Once again, very minimal request. Our last request is to allow the proposed driveway to have a 0-foot setback. That's to allow for 2 off-street parking spaces instead of the 3 required. Out of the 3 daughters, actually, one of them is engaged, and that's the gentleman who's listed on the DRC. The other 2 daughters are away in college. They don't stay in the house too often, but they do like to visit. So I'm putting them on the list, just for the record.
Okay. No way to get another parking spot out of this, or can they park without it being like a legal spot?
It would be very close to the front door. We could do a little spin-off in the front yard.
I don't want to see a car in front of the front door.
No one does, yeah.
All right. Had to ask.
Yeah, understood. I think there'll only be 2 vehicles, though, on the property, but I guess when the daughters come home, they might have a car as well.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Want to stay here? Okay. Next, we're going to hearing number 21, Appeal 24-541, Laura Vega at 148 Anster Street, Oyster Bay.
Thank you, I appreciate the accommodation. Good evening once more, and lastly, I'm here tonight representing the Vega family who seek a variance to build a new wood deck and to amend specific plan -12-199 dated June 7th, 2012. Our first request is to allow a 4-foot-high fence to be 1.5 foot higher than the 2.5 max allowed within 30 feet of the intersection. If you've driven by the house, this is an open slat picket type fence, so there's no visibility issues with this fence. And it's only partially, it's not around the entire property. The second request is to build a new deck to replace the existing one, larger, and keep it in line with the corner home, which is 13.6 feet along Burtis Avenue in lieu of the 26.9 average front yard setback. So we're asking a 13.3 encroachment. Third request is to allow only a 0.6 encroachment into the 25-foot minimum rear yard setback of 25 feet, and we're asking for 24.4. Fourth request is to allow 1.46% overage on the maximum lot coverage of 28%, only asking for 29.46. And finally, we're requesting 1,342.4 square feet over the GFA of 2,037, asking for 3,379. Now, out of this request, the cellar is actually 769 square feet. The deck is 464 square feet. So 1,233 square feet is actually deck and cellar. So the house itself is basically in compliance. That's basically it.
And the cellar, Scott, is finished, but what's in it?
It's finished, it's like a recreation space. We're proposing to put a bathroom down there. The husband is a musician, so he's using that as like a music room for himself. He's
There's-
actually a professional piano player.
A separate entrance?
It's only entrance through the garage door downstairs. So it's a drive-in garage. You go through the garage, and there's an entrance from inside the garage. No apartment. No.
I used to live on Anstis, and a lot of the homes there are, it's not even, I think they have apartments, but they're kind of like a lot of different entrances, multi-level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Back to-
Next is Hearing number 9, Appeal 24-534, Diane Pellegrino at 7 Rita Place, Farmingdale.
Still under oath, Mike.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. I'm appearing on behalf of Diane Pellegrino of 7 Rita Place, Farmingdale, New York. We are requesting a variance for a proposed second kitchen for proposed parent-child use, which is located in R17 zone and permitted with the Zoning Board of Appeals approval. Diane Pellegrino will be residing on the first floor. Her son Brian and his wife Nicole will be residing on the second floor. All the adult occupants have signed the Declaration of Restricted Covenants, which requires 1 entry, 1 doorbell, 1 mailbox, 1 boiler, 1 electric meter, and a minimum of 5 open risers to the second floor. 3 off-street parking spaces will be provided. We're also proposing 3 bedrooms in the accessory unit where 2 bedrooms are permitted. The proposed roof pitch does not have the minimum required roof pitch of 6 on 12, proposing a roof pitch of 3.5 on 12. This is due to the existing grade elevation along the front of the dwelling. We feel that was better to meet the maximum ridge height and request relief on the roof pitch than ask for a height variance. There is also an existing barbecue island that does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a rear yard setback of 1.25 feet. Photos of the property along with 6 consent letters which include the abutting neighbors east and west of the subject premises have been submitted to the board. The property is well maintained, and the proposed alterations in existing structure are consistent with the character of this neighborhood. And that completes our application.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Okay, next is hearing 10, Appeal 24-563, Thomas Rosati at 146 Flick Avenue, Farmingdale, New York.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. I'm appearing on behalf of Thomas Rosati of 146 Flick Avenue, Farmingdale, New York. We are requesting a variance for a proposed roofed-over patio, which is located in R17 zone and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet, proposing a side yard setback of 7.8 feet. The proposed 2-story addition, together with the proposed portico, roofed-over patio, and existing shed exceed the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%, proposing a building coverage of 25.11%. The existing shed does not have the minimum required side or rear yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 1.3 feet and a rear yard setback of 0.4 feet. The relocated pool filter and heater do not have the minimum required side or rear yard setback of 5 feet, proposing a side yard setback of 1 foot to the pool filter and 3.5 feet to the pool heater, and a rear yard setback of 1 foot to the pool heater and filter. The pool equipment will be properly screened from the neighboring properties. Photos of the property were submitted to the board. Prior to this evening's hearing, we discussed the proposed plans with several neighbors, and there are no objections to our application. The property is well maintained, and the proposed alterations in existing structures are consistent with the character of this neighborhood, and that completes our application.
I'm sorry, did you say you had a consent from the rear neighbor?
No, we didn't have consent, but we met with, we discussed the application with several neighbors prior to the hearing, and there were no objections to our
Because the
application.
pool equipment is very close to the rear yard. I was going to ask about that. Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Mr. Colombo, if you can tell them to move the ladder for the slide away from the gate, the fence around the pool. That to me is like, this has nothing to do with the variance, it's just a parent looking at this and feeling, it's a little tight slide with that ladder,
Sure,
which is located right next to the pool fence.
no problem. With all the alterations that exist, the existing backyard is gonna be
I
completely
would,
changed.
I would feel bad if I
Yeah,
didn't say
that's gonna be removed, yeah. Thank you.
Hearing number 11, Appeal 24-555, Michael Noonan at 36 North Millpage Drive, Bethpage.
How are you? Hi. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Ashley Lowe Kianese from Mark Anthony's office. Our office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York. Could you spell your last name, please? Chianese. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not used to that yet. I am here tonight on behalf of our client, Mr. Michael Noonan, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property located at 36 North Millpage Drive in Bethpage, New York. We are here tonight as a result of a code compliance case to maintain an existing AC unit, interior alterations and renovations, the extension of an existing roof, and the existing 6-foot wood fence. The existing roof over and roof extension does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet, having an existing side yard setback of 5.8 feet, for which we require 2.2 feet of relief. Additionally, this affects the side yard aggregate as well, which has a minimum requirement of 20 feet, and the existing aggregate is 14.6 feet, for which we are requesting 5.4 feet of relief. The existing driveway does not have the minimum required setback of 8 feet, having 0 feet as the existing setback, as it goes straight up against the property line on the west side of the property. We are looking for relief of 8 feet for this item. I did pass out photos of the board so that you guys can see what the driveway looks like. Lastly, the existing AC unit does not have the minimum required setback of 3 feet, having an existing side yard setback of 2.82 feet, for which we are requesting relief of just 0.18 feet. Also, just to go on the record, the AC unit will be screened per code requirements. There will be a new owner that will take control of the home after this is going to be approved. They're currently under contract, and it'll be screened prior to inspection. I'd also like to note that the homeowner discovered these legalizations after they retained our office to move forward with proposed work, at which time the building department made them aware of the legalizations for the AC and the roof. The client has since decided to sell the home instead of moving forward with the proposed work, and when the inspection was done as a result of withdrawing that application, the additional items were discovered, and the client retained us to legalize these items. Those are only requests.
I just have a question.
Sure.
These sheds, right? This picture? What is that? It looks like a little fence. Are they keeping like chickens or anything back there? I have to ask. Maybe I shouldn't, right?
Oh, the little fence? I don't think so. I didn't see any chickens when I was there.
It's just the way they have it with that little shed next to it. All right,
There were no chickens when I was there.
okay.
That's all I can say. But,
And it's new owners, right?
So, yeah.
no, well, it's currently under the same owner, but they're under contract. So by the time everything wraps up, there'll be a new
They'll be
owner.
gone,
And
okay.
they'll take their chickens with them.
Hopefully.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hearing 12, Appeal 24-558, Baldwin Singh at 1162 Stewart Avenue, Bethpage.
Thank you. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
It's Michael Arado, 245 Route 109, Suite D, West Babylon, New York, 11704. So we're here today, we're seeking relief, 3 reliefs. One for a 7x7 shed that has a height of 6'8" and having a side yard setback of 2.5.
I'm sorry, sir.
where 3 feet is required. The second is for an 8 by 9.9 roofed-over patio that has an aggregate side yard of 19.5 where 20 is needed. The side yard of this structure is 14 feet off the side, and it is in line with the foundation of this house. This house had a prior variance, which added an addition to the side of this house. So in that variance, it listed that this house didn't have the aggregate side yard setback, and that was in ZBA case number 61-395. It was dated August 3rd, 1961. The third relief we are seeking is for side yard setback for an egress window. Setback that we have is 2.4, where 3 feet is required. We don't feel that any of these reliefs are substantial, and none of them will pose a negative impact on any of the neighboring properties.
Susan, this is from a neighbor? Is this the house?
No,
That's not the house?
I don't know whose that
I
is.
have to show you what comes in.
No, that's not the house.
It's not the house.
Okay.
Michael, would you give this back to,
Let me see if I have, here, I can give you some pictures.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's this side yard. Hang on 1 second, let me see what else I got.
He's gonna give you another one, I think, Michael.
Let me just see what else I have in the folder.
yeah, that's more like it. No, it's, I don't know.
That's the roofed over. 1 second. No, I didn't really take many pictures with me. No, that's definitely not the house.
This is the house? And they
That's
they
the
have a
roofed over.
shed?
That's the roofed over, yeah.
So that neighbor, that's their house, I think, and they don't want to live next to this. And I don't blame them, because if they have a shed, they've got all this garbage in their backyard against the house.
Well, I mean, the setback is, on that shed, it's 2.5. and it's-
No, I'm not saying the shed is a problem. I'm saying put the stuff in the shed.
Oh, okay, okay. No, it's, all right.
I mean, you know, it looks like Tobacco Road back there.
Yes,
Yeah?
this is our house.
Yeah. And they don't want to live next to this house. I get it. But that's not what we're here for, so unfortunately. All right, anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. I'm on the next
Would you
one.
grab me that photo, Michael? From Reed, please. I could-
Hearing 13, Appeal 24-550, Jerome Sauer
Thank you.
at 29 Miller Road,
This is for
Hicksville.
the next one?
It's this
Yep.
one.
You're still under oath, Mike.
Got it. All right, so we're here today seeking relief for three more items. One is to maintain a garage. It's 20.4 by 14.4. It has a side yard setback of 5.4 feet instead of the required 8 feet. This garage was built sometime around 1955. We are unaware of any of the neighbors complaining about this garage location, and we're seeking relief for approximately 2.7 feet for this structure. The second one is to maintain a roof over patio that has a side yard setback of, again, 5.4 instead of the required 8. They basically followed the foundation line of the garage when they built this roofed over. The structure does have a gutter system that keeps any rainwater away from the neighboring property, so it stays on this property. And the third is for front yard parking for an extended driveway. So the reason for the extended driveway is for their vehicles. Like I mentioned before, the original garage was built in 1955, so the door is about 8 feet wide, and they're unable to fit their vehicles in this garage, so rather than parking the 4 cars that they have on the street, they widened the driveway sometime around April of 2021. We did submit an application to BTW, and it was denied, so we can come in front of the board.
So I'm a little puzzled by this house. What's in the garage? Is the garage a garage?
It's just storage, yeah, but it's so, like, the doorway is too tiny for them, like, they have a Hummer, they have, just, their cars are kinda big, so they can't fit any of their vehicles in there. So they were parking them on the street, and then they decided to extend the driveway, so they just keep their cars on the driveway rather than park them in the street.
But the garage also has a window, and then next to the garage is like a second entrance to the house.
It's a, yeah, it's still a garage, I can tell you, it's storage in there. There's nobody living in there, it's not finished.
So what's going on with the doors? There's a whole second door next to the garage that also has the house number on it.
Let me see.
Like there's two front doors, kind of, going on. It's a breezeway, but with
Yeah, there is a breezeway, she's right.
windows and a door.
Yeah, so that's the
Two
breezeway.
front doors on this house.
Should be rejected for that, right? That's what we're saying. I think the rejection is erroneous, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think we can vote on this right now, the way that
Yeah, I
it
think
is.
maybe we should have it
Sorry.
reviewed by the, by zoning.
Yeah, these are the
You see
pictures.
the same thing, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. That's why I'm going to, it is intentional. I think we have to reserve.
Michael, can I
it.
have that?
Thanks, Mike. Don't be sorry.
Or hold it open, I don't know which one.
Well, they'd have to advertise it, so if they reject, well, we can hold it open and see if they do.
Yeah, I'll take it downstairs to residential zoning and have them look.
It's the backyard.
Emeritus, please.
You guys are talking over my head.
No, he's just making fun of my lapsed law license.
All right, unfortunately, for your client, we're gonna hold this case open to let zoning take another look at it, because there are two front doors which the town does not allow.
Okay,
If they say it's okay, then we'll vote on it. If they don't, then you're gonna have to come back for another variance for that.
or just remove the door and
Or
seal
remove the
it.
door, yeah, which we would like even better,
Okay,
all right?
all right,
I'll let you
appreciate
know
it.
what they say, Mike.
Okay, thanks.
All right, this case is gonna be put on reserve. Just correspondence, Susan?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Okay, case is on reserve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 14, Appeal 25-40, 83 Ludley Street LLC, located at 83 Ludley Street, Hicksville, New York.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. Philip Butler with the law firm of Forcelli Deegan Tirana on behalf of the applicant. Before I begin, I have some materials to hand up to the board, if I may. So preliminarily, we are here tonight to seek a parking variance for the expansion of an existing house of worship and community center into the remaining 15,000 square feet of an existing 40,000 square foot former industrial building located in and surrounded by properties in the light industrial district. Looking at Exhibit 1 in the materials that I've handed out is an aerial image from Google Earth. The subject premises is located at 83 Ludi Street in Hicksville, as shown on the aerial. It is on the south side of Ludi Street, approximately 740 feet east of South Broadway. Ludi Street is a two-directional town road that starts on the east side of South Broadway and dead ends at the Long Island Railroad tracks to the east of the property. The entirety of Ludi Street is zoned light industrial. Accordingly, all of the neighbors to the north, south, east, and west are existing industrial uses that include Cozy Shack, USPS Vehicle Maintenance Facility, ABC Roofing Supply, and other warehouse and office uses. Access to the nearest residential area requires one to leave Ludi Street and to travel across South Broadway to Rave Street, to travel 530 feet north on South Broadway to reach Murray Street, or to travel 800 feet south on South Broadway to reach Mineola Avenue. The point being made that there are no residential neighbors anywhere near the site. Looking at Exhibit 2 in the materials, it's a copy of the demolition plan, which actually depicts the current site conditions. The property is improved with a one-story warehouse built in 1956, with currently parking on site for 111 vehicles and one loading space. The applicant acquired the property in 2017 for a house of worship and a community center known as the Almaty Center. Although the existing building was and remains 40,000 square feet, the center ended up occupying only 25,000 square feet of the building. The remaining 15,000 square feet was kept as warehouse space and later converted to self-storage. At present, the center consists of 2 large prayer rooms surrounded by various classrooms and offices. There is also an existing commercial kitchen and a library. The current configuration is not optimal because the classrooms, offices, and other auxiliary rooms are all situated around the main prayer rooms rather than being clustered together. I believe item 4 will show you a layout of the current interior conditions of the building. Nonetheless, the center has operated on the premises without issue since 2017. In fact, it has very positive relationships with its neighbors, specifically ABC Roofing, Cozy Shack, USPS, and Patel Brothers at the corner of South Broadway and Ludi Street. ABC Roofing, Cozy Shack, and USPS have all provided letters in support of this application, which are provided at Exhibit 3 of your materials. On October 12th of last year, the Almaty Center hosted the Faith and Blue Festival, which was a community event dedicated to fostering relationships between law enforcement and the Muslim community. That event was attended by Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder as well as County Legislator Rose Walker. In terms of operations, the center is mainly active 3 days a week. It offers religious services on Thursday evenings from approximately 8 to 10 p.m. and Friday afternoon. The center also provides religious educational services for 3 hours on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. The center generally does not provide religious or educational services Monday through Wednesday, nor during the daytime on Thursday. These hours make the center compatible with the surrounding uses when they are quiet and the center is active. Only exception is during the holy month of Ramadan, which is currently taking place. On specific days of the month, approximately 2 to 3 days out of the month of Ramadan, and also Eid al-Fitr, which is another one of the major holidays. So when we're talking about 4 days out of the year, those are the peak parking days for the center. As the ownership of the subject property, the applicant would like to expand the center into the remaining 15,000 square feet. This will allow them to optimize the space and reconfigure the rooms in a way that makes more sense by relocating classrooms and offices currently surrounding the prayer rooms. It would also allow them to add an all-purpose room, which will be used in conjunction with the Sunday school. This will also allow them to raise the ceilings in the prayer rooms, which are currently only about 9 feet, which are the original ceilings when the building was built as an industrial building back in the 1950s. As I mentioned before, Exhibit 4 provides the existing floor plan of the building. The area shown in blue is the space that will be now occupied. The second sheet of Exhibit 4 is the proposed floor plan layout. The center will continue to offer the same religious and educational services within the same hours of operation, just in new, more convenient facilities. And as you can see, more than half of the additional space to be occupied is 7,900 square feet, which will be the multi-purpose room used in conjunction with the Sunday school. Looking at Exhibit 5, which is the alignment plan, you can see that the modifications to the site are very minor. They consist of changing the existing parking, restriping, so that there will now be 116 on-site parking spaces. There will be a loading space, a trash enclosure, modifications to curbing, repaving of the parking lot, removal of 2 at-grade HVAC assemblies. Also, if you look at Exhibit 6, they will be installing code-compliant vegetative buffers around the periphery of the property. On November 21st, the Oyster Bay Planning Advisory Board voted unanimously to approve the site plan for the expanded center without conditions. The application before the board this evening seeks a parking variance to permit 116 parking spaces, whereas 682 are required by code. Obviously a scary number. When the center was opened, it complied with the on-site parking requirement because the parking ratio was frankly less prior to 2022. The center operates its programs for religious and educational services at different times so they don't compete. And also, the center only occupied 25,000 square feet of the building. However, the number of 682 is only so large because it is driven by the floor area of the public assembly rooms, which are calculated at a very high rate of 1 person per 15 square feet. As a result, the occupancy of the prayer rooms and the multi-purpose room alone is calculated to be 1,726 people. This in turn equates to a parking requirement of 575 spaces before you even consider the other areas in the building, which are the offices, classrooms, and library. As a practical matter, the center does not and will not require the number of spaces required based on the town's calculation. We submitted a parking analysis prepared by Mulryan Engineering, dated April 18th of last year. Mr. Mulryan will speak to that momentarily. On average, the center sees approximately 50 to 75 congregants for evening prayer services on Thursday and Friday, and Sunday school is attended by approximately 200 school children between the ages of 4 and 15. However, the parents don't stay around for that, so it's not a heavy demand on parking. The religious and educational programs, again, do not operate at the same time and therefore do not compete for parking because the classrooms and offices are not being used at the same time as the prayer rooms. The number of congregants does increase during the holy month of Ramadan. However, again, this only occurs during 3 peak days during the entire month. This has never posed an issue for the center before because of ample parking on Ludi Street and the distance from residential areas. We are currently in the month of Ramadan. I spoke to my client about what the situation is tonight. It is a Thursday. They are currently in service, and there's no parking on Ludi Street. All parking is currently being contained to the site itself. The applicant has at least one written license from a neighbor, ABC Supply Co., for the use of 20 spaces on its property if and when needed. The other neighbors also informally allow them to use their parking lots if and when needed, but they decline to provide us with a formal written license for their own legal reasons. I'm aware of the fact that this board has been asked to grant parking variances for other centers similar to this one fairly recently. Allow me to distinguish this case from those other applications. First of all, we are not in a residential district. The property is not located on a major road, unlike other centers. This is a side street in an entirely industrial zone. It is compatible with those other uses because it peaks its operations at other times of day when those other uses are quiet. And as I mentioned before, there's ample parking on site to support the congregation, even during the month of Ramadan. That concludes my presentation in chief. At this point, I will call Mr. Mulryan to speak to his report and also to walk the board through the proposed floor plan a little more.
Good evening.
Can I swear you in, sir? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please?
Sean Mulryan, Mulryan Engineering, 1225 Franklin Avenue, Garden City, New York.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. Because Easter's coming and spring, I thought I'd add a little bit more color to the exhibit 4 that you have. So the sea of blue on the bottom is the warehouse space that exists at the property. Again, the mosque took possession of this property in 2017 and has been using it in this configuration since. I'll point out the green area here and the orangish area here are the religious areas where prayer services are held. The yellow areas are the classroom space. The purple areas are more common areas, bathrooms, and whatnot. So this area, the bottom half of the drawing, which is the back half of the building, is going to be converted again to a multi-purpose room. All the classroom area is going to be centralized in the rear of the building. The 2 entrances on the side of the building which relate to the parking facilities on the sides of the building are going to be connected. In this floor plan, you can't get from one side of the building to the other. You can't get from one parking lot to the other. Again, there's parking in the rear, but the main parking is on the sides of the building. The front of the building sits on Ludi Street where you can park, but the on-site parking really relates to the side entrances. So again, this is a reconfiguration of the existing floor plan. There will be some increase to the size of the religious areas within the building, but primarily this is a restructuring of the building for the school and to make the floor plan more efficient within the building. We do not anticipate that there will be a major increase in the number of vehicles coming to and from the facility. Again, this is an existing facility that's operated here for 8 years. The congregation moved from a different location to this location, so they have a set number of families that belong. That doesn't mean that they're not looking to grow their congregation. It simply means that over a period of 8 years, you wouldn't anticipate that it's going to grow substantially. We did do parking studies last year, approximately this time, again during Ramadan. Those studies found that during the 30 days of Ramadan, generally speaking, cars could park on the subject site without using Ludi. There are certain holidays within that time period in which there is an increased demand. At those times, Ludi Street is used, and as Councilor mentioned, there are agreements with the other property owners so that if needed, people can park on those sites. Again, this is a completely industrial roadway. It's a dead-end street. There's a traffic signal at the corner that controls traffic. And this plan has gone through numerous boards and numerous reviews, and we believe that it is a good plan. It's, again, a reorganization of an existing floor plan. And the key to this area is that these spaces on the south side of the building and these spaces on the north side of the building will not be used concurrently. The Sunday school will happen when Sunday school is happening, and the religious areas will be used on Friday and Thursday. So there is no cross use of the spaces. So regardless of how you calculate the parking for each area, those parking demands will happen at different times. So based on our studies, we found that there was sufficient parking on site. There is ample parking on Ludi. The industry businesses do not use the parking on Ludi. It's not restricted. So we believe this is a good application and a good use of the property, and much better than using 15,000 square feet to house nothing. So that,
There is self-storage in this building, yes?
it was converted to self-storage, but again, one of the things that happened on this application is that in 2017, they bought the building with the intent of occupying the entire space, and then during COVID, the plans to renovate fell through. So it was converted to self-storage, or existed as self-storage because it was a warehouse space to begin with. But the idea was always to occupy the entire building.
Okay, so I have one more question. So this number, 682 parking spaces, takes into consideration the self-storage? Or do they
That
have
is the
their own
proposed.
separate-
That's the
Oh,
proposed.
it's not existing?
Correct.
Oh, I thought
Correct.
I saw it on here. I'm sorry. I
Not
thought
a-
I saw
not
a
a problem.
self-storage
Again,
there.
The calculations based on, not on the square footage of the spaces, but on the allowable occupancy within the
Right.
entire floor plan,
Got it, okay.
which is creating a very large
I
demand.
understand, so but they're not using some of the space.
Right, absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
I just want to make clear, so they are going to be using the entirety of the building now. Currently, about this much of the building is former warehouses, nothing in it right now.
Okay,
So they are activating the entire 40,000
and
square
that's
feet.
why it went up so high.
And that's why the number is as high as it is.
Okay. So I was gonna say, that number in self-storage, that's, okay.
Yeah,
Now I got
no,
it.
the self-storage warehouse is going away
Gone.
completely.
Okay,
So
thank you.
that's all we have for the board.
All right, anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? And I can't see behind that easel, so is there anybody with their hand up back there?
No.
Okay. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 15, Appeal 24-546, Zhang Han Chen at 62 Virginia Avenue in Plainview.
You're still under oath, Sal.
Yes. Good evening again. Salvatore Koshia, permits are us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Chen, who resides at 62 Virginia Avenue in Plainview. Property is located in R17 zone. Proposing to maintain a one-story addition with a side yard setback of 5.8 feet, where the required is 8 feet. And the one-story addition and roof over patio and vestibule have a lot coverage of 31.6%, where 25% is required. The addition is in line with the existing dwelling, which maintains the 5.8 side yard setback. Client purchased a home this way a little over a year ago. I did speak to the previous owner of the property, and he said the addition existed when he had the property.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
You too.
Two.
Next is hearing 17, Appeal 24-547, Cardwork Servicing LLC at 101 Crossways Park Drive, West Woodbury. Okay, I'll try it again.
Yep. That's you.
Oh, I'm sorry, are you representing the next case too?
17?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
sorry.
Sorry, that's
Sorry,
my
that's
fault.
okay.
Philip Butler, again for the record, for Charlie Deegan Trina, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Uniondale. We're here tonight for the legalization of an existing monument sign. I have some photographs of the sign and some specs if the board would like to see them. And I also have some photographs of some area signage that I'll just submit for the record.
Thank you.
So the subject property is located at 101 Crossways Park Drive in Woodbury, the light industrial district, surrounded by other light industrial properties that are offices or industrial uses. The application is to maintain an existing 3.5-foot by 10-foot monument sign having a setback of 0 feet from the property line, whereas 10 feet is required by code. The sign was installed more than 20 years ago when Cardworks first occupied the property. There's no record of approval for the sign, which is why we're here tonight, but the town did indicate in response to a FOIL request that some of the records for this property may have been lost. We are looking to legalize the sign in its current location. There is no interior illumination, as you can see from the photograph. There are exterior lights that shine up onto the sign. Although it is at the property line, it is still set 10 feet back from the edge of the curb of Crossways Park Drive, so it's not in the right-of-way, but it does have the appearance of a code-compliant setback. The photographs I submitted for the record show that there are several other signs on this roadway that have the approximate same distance from the curb. We did not have time to FOIL those signs to see if they've received variances. Ordinarily, we would. The point being, though, there is no visibility issue presented by this particular sign. And again, it's been there for 20-plus years without issue. Moving the sign now would not only be a cost, but also it would require us to remove some trees and shrubbery from the screening that surrounds the property. Considering there's no issue with the sign, we request that the variance be granted in its present location.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 18, Appeal 24-556, Scott Koenig at 16 Harvard Drive, Woodbury.
Good evening.
Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Carlos Munoz, M-U-N-O-Z, from 1200 Veterans Memorial Highway, Title County Architects. We're here representing the Koenig family. We're proposing a one-story addition to an existing one-story house and replacing an existing pool cabana. The pool cabana is going to be mostly open, but we are proposing a bathroom. There will be an outdoor kitchen with a two-piece bathroom and a little space for like a dressing area. The setback for the pool cabana is going to be 14.9 from the rear yard, where 20 feet is required. We're also trying to legalize a frame shed with a 14.7 rear yard setback and a 7.0 side yard setback. Just note, there's Northern States behind there. It's heavily wooded. There's no neighbors to the rear. We also have signatures for mostly of the neighbors, except one that apparently the house has been vacant for about 2 years, so we don't have that signature. I don't know if you want to see the petition.
I need that. Thank you, sir.
We're also legalizing an existing driveway, doesn't meet the current setbacks, and rear patio, raised patio, that also increases the lot coverage along with the proposed addition.
Are we putting a three-piece bathroom in that cabana?
Two-piece.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 20, Appeal 24-565, Anthony Sicaranza at 274 Forest Avenue, Locust Valley.
Hello again. For the
Busy
record.
tonight, huh?
Yeah, it's a busy night for me. Philip Butler, Forcelli Deegan Tirana, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Uniondale, New York. On behalf of the applicant, Anthony Sicaranza, who is here in the audience tonight. I do have a reduced size of the marked site plan I'd like to hand up for the board, but that's about it. So. I also have 7 letters in consent that I will submit for the record.
Thank you.
So the subject property is at 274 Forest Avenue in Locust Valley, located in the Neighborhood Business District. A portion is split zoned R1 6 residential. The property is improved with a 1.5-story frame and brick building originally constructed as a residence. Currently is occupied as an office and storage for Sikaranza Plumbing and Heating and two two-bedroom apartments. Access to the rear of the site is provided over the neighboring property's driveway. Forest Avenue, as you may know, features a mix of residential uses as well as professional offices, small businesses, all located in the neighborhood business zone. The residential area to the north is zoned R16, and the Nassau County Golf Club is located immediately to the south. Currently, Mr. Sikaranza operates his business out of the premises and a secondary facility leased in Glen Cove. He's looking to consolidate his operation into one location. He's also looking to create a larger storage space to keep certain materials that are being stored outside. He would like to construct a rear addition onto the existing building containing approximately 1,000 square feet of garage space and storage space and 1,500 square feet of office. In addition, the project calls for the expansion and restriping of the on-site parking by adding ADA parking in front of the building, adding a loading zone in front of the building, creating 15 striped parking stalls, and creating a new driveway on the west side of the building. The proposal requires variances for off-street parking and loading within 0 feet of the lot line. 6 feet is required. Off-street parking and loading without the required 6-foot landscape buffer, and 15 off-street parking spaces, whereas 26 are required by code. With respect to the 0-foot parking setback and the landscape buffer, these are both existing conditions along the east and west sides of the property and will not change. These properties on either side of the subject property are both commercial, a veterinary clinic, and a car detailing business, and both of the affected areas are the rear parking lots for those businesses. Notably, both properties have issued letters of consent in support of the project. Therefore, the absence of the buffer on either side isn't really hurting anyone. There is an existing 10-foot wide buffer consisting of mature Leyland cypress trees with underbrush located at the rear of the premises that provides screening to the residences to the north. This buffer also will not be disturbed. 3 neighbors to the northwest have all issued letters in support, which are now in the record. No response was received from neighbors to the northeast. However, my client did go door to door and try to contact all of the neighbors, especially the ones immediately abutting the property. With respect to the parking variance, we believe 15 spaces will be sufficient for the project. On-site staff for the business is typically 2 persons, 4 persons max. Each apartment currently only has 1 car and is required to only have 1 parking space, but for sake of argument, we can assume they'll each have 2. And finally, Mr. Sikaranza's business stores up to 6 box trucks and 1 van on site, but these vehicles are typically gone during the day when they're at job sites. Even if all these vehicles are on site at the same time, there will still be enough spaces to accommodate them. Additionally, and although it doesn't count towards our parking requirement, it should be noted that there is ample on-street parking on Forest Avenue during daytime hours. There's no restriction during the daytime, there is restriction overnight. This can be used for overflow employee or customer parking if ever needed. Based on the foregoing, we respectfully submit that the requested variances are not substantial and will not adversely affect the character of the neighborhood or the natural or built environment. Therefore, we respectfully request that the application be approved as presented.
Are the apartments upstairs? Where are the apartments?
The apartments are located on the left side of the building, so upstairs and down? Yeah.
One up, one down?
One up, one down. And then the right side of the building is up and down storage and offices for the plumbing business.
Okay. I just want to see what the parking spaces are.
Sure. Do we have? So there will be a ADA parking space in front of the building, and then the rest of the parking will be behind the building,
Okay.
except for the loading zone, which is also in front of the building.
Yeah. Is the cellar going to be used for storage?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I apologize.
I see a cellar entrance, is that for storage?
Storage, yes. Not habitable.
No plumbing?
Of course.
No plumbing in the basement?
He's a plumber, of course it's.
Well, I don't think they're putting plumbing in the basement?
No, there is, like, in the existing basement, there's a 2-piece bathroom.
Okay.
So
2-piece bathroom in the basement.
Okay. All right, anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
And I'll just note for the record, Madam Chair, that the business has been operating there for 10 years without issue.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You too. You okay? All right, next is holdover 1, Appeal 24-441, Building Brothers at 102 Duffy Avenue, Hicksville.
Hi, promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address?
Matt Calvo, care of Building Brothers, 43-07 48th Avenue in Woodside, New York.
I'm sorry, spell your last name for me, please.
C as in Charlie, A-L-V-O.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We heard it then.
Can I hear you? Good evening. Thank you very much for your time tonight. My name is Matt Calvo. I'm here on behalf of Flagstar Bank regarding 102 Duffy Avenue, where we are proposing to replace 3 signs that were previously covered under a variance in 2014. I'm passing out some images of the proposed signs that are in question, as well as the variance from 2014 and the plans from 2014. Thank you. The 3 signs are all being replaced in the same position. There's actually a reduction, significant reduction of one of the signs on the west elevation, and the setback will remain the same as it was in the previous variance at 1 foot.
Okay. So you have a variance for some signs already.
Yes. It was formerly New York Community Bank,
Right.
and this is their corporate headquarters.
Okay. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
2.
Next is holdover 2, Appeal 24-357, Barry Marvin at 342 Barrow Court, Woodbury, New York.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address?
Good evening. My name is Dean Kutsubis. My address is 121 Newbridge Road, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Thank you, sir. Just spell your last name for me,
That's
please.
Koutsoumbis.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, members of the board. I'm here this evening on behalf of Barry Marvin, the owner of 342 Barrow Court in Woodbury. Mr. Marvin purchased the home just a few years ago, and most of the outside work that we're going to talk about was existing prior to him purchasing the work. Purchasing the home. The proposed work involves excavating a crawl space and creating a new basement garage. He needs this garage space as he has 3 classic cars he wants to store and keep in good condition indoors. In addition to the proposed work, he's also requesting variances to legalize existing structures. These existing structures include the tennis court, fire pit, and air conditioners. I got involved in this project very recently and met with the zoning office on this. It was determined that 2 of the variances that were on the original notice of rejection were not necessary, and I was provided with a revised notice of the rejection, omitting these items. These are items, a portion of item A and item D in its entirety. That would be lot coverage and gross floor area should not have been included in this variance, even though they were advertised on the public notice and on the notice that was sent out to the neighbors. And I'll get into that. It was so. Basement space in the R1-A zone does not count in gross floor area regardless of the height, so that's why we're not doing anything that increases gross floor area. and there is no increase in lot coverage. Since the scope of work proposed or maintained did not affect these items, the zoning board agreed, and they were removed from the variance. So I'd like to withdraw those two portions of the application. That is the lot coverage and gross floor area.
Okay.
With regards to everything else, we still need variances to legalize, there's a brick patio, there's a tennis court, there is a fire pit, there's air conditioning, and there's a proposed driveway. The variance to allow the raised brick patio having less side yard and rear yard setback as required. We're asking for a side yard of 10 feet where 20 feet is required, and a rear yard of 49 feet where 100 feet is required. The tennis court, we're asking for a side yard, we're asking for a side and rear yard setbacks of 1.5 feet and 0.25 where 20 feet is required. This tennis court has existed since at least 1994, which I do have actually a aerial photo from Google Maps I can submit, and will show it is there in 1994. Was there again? The 1994 picture is not that clear, but I did find a 2004 picture, which is rather clear. I'll submit both photos for your review to show that it's been there at least for over 30 years. This seems like this is probably our most substantial variance, having it so close to the property line. However, it's being that it's been there so long, and there is no complaints from any neighbor, and I do have consent letters from the neighbors most affected. Actually, I have consent letters from everybody on the radius map, but more particularly the closest neighbors did consent that were able to sign the letter. I'll gladly submit the letters for your review. We feel that this variance should be granted. We also need a variance for air conditioning. The air conditioning is located on the north side of the property, and is located more than 6 feet away from the house, facing Anchorage Drive. It's located 8 feet away from the house. My client agrees to screen it with some evergreen trees so it's not visible. Actually, one of the units is already screened, the other unit is not. He's willing to screen it, that way it's not visible from the street, and we feel that variance should be approved. Our last variance we're asking for is for a proposed driveway, or to allow parking on the north side of the property. This is a proposed driveway from Anchorage Drive leading to the side of the house where the proposed garage would be in the basement. The variance is stated that it's for parking. Now, I understand if you grant a permit for a driveway, we can't really enforce whether there's parking or not. But my client's intention is really to only use that driveway for his to access the garage for the storage of the classic cars that he will keep in there. His everyday garage and everyday driveway is from the front of the house. Now, this is, it is a large property in a 1 acre zoning, so, it doesn't, it's not as visible because there's grass on both sides, there's trees, it's just one extra driveway from the north.
Would your client accept a condition that driveway not be used for parking? Simply because he can sell that house tomorrow, and that would carry along with the variance.
Absolutely. I don't see why he wouldn't. He does have parking and outdoor. He has outdoor parking, on his main driveway. This is just a single strip that goes to the proposed garage space, which
I
will
realize that, to get the cars in.
to get the cars in and out. There's no need to park cars overnight in that area. I understand it's really unenforceable, but it's, he has a more practical place for, he has parking right by his front, to the front entrance of his house for everyday use. That would be more appropriate. So with that in mind, I would like to submit, I'll have the letters of consent, all 7 people on the radius map. I'll submit that.
Thank you.
And I do have aerial photos showing that this tennis court has been there for at least 30 years plus.
Thank you.
I would like to see it, thank you. And also the consents, because I just
Sure.
want to see on the radius map.
Michael, would you hand this?
I am a little concerned about the sports court, so if the neighbors are okay with that, then. Oh, yeah, wait. It's nothing there.
Yeah. Well, now, but anyway, anyone that does move there would know.
All right. Thank you, Michael. I'll give them back.
Thanks, buddy.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay, thank you. Have a good
Thank
night.
Next is holdover 3, Appeal 24-419, Stephen Picaro at 225 North Hawthorne Street, North Massapequa.
Still under oath.
Okay. Okay, so we're here seeking relief to maintain an existing detached garage that exceeds the 1-story and is 20.5 feet in height. In addition, we are seeking relief for lot coverage due to the detached garage, shed, and canopy. The detached garage has a square foot of 392 square feet, the shed is 123.5, and the canopy is 123.6, totaling 639 square feet. We found precedence in the neighborhood for the detached garage, which is located at 231 North Hawthorne Street. The garage is 22 by 26 and was permitted back in 1992. Permit number was L26260. Height on this garage is 20.6. It's just about an inch higher than the garage that we're seeking relief for. The detached garage is strictly for storage use only. The garage is unfinished and the owner has no intentions of finishing it. We don't know of any opposition to this application. We don't feel that if the board was to grant this application, none of the existing structures would have a negative impact on the property or the surrounding properties. While the accessory structures do exceed the 40% of the accessory building envelope, the lot coverage, which allows 25%, it's way under that. It's 19.8.
Do you know how long the garage has been there?
I'm not sure when he built that garage.
Is there any
I have
planning in
pictures.
there, Michael?
I'm sorry, what was that?
There was a variance request for the garage in 18.
You suppose he didn't show up, the owner. I have pictures of his garage, the inside of it, and then I also have pictures and the permit of the garage that was CO. So that's the neighbors, and that's his.
Which one is the neighbor?
Yeah, I stapled the permit. That's his. So that one will show you the first floor, the second floor, and then I also have the picture of the shed and the canopy.
That's upstairs. I mean, it could be converted, which we will condition it. That's illegal anyway, so it can't live in the accessory structure.
Lots of them today.
Oh, there's one, Michael, I'm sorry.
That's the one that has the CO, if you want to see that.
No, I'm fine. That's the CO
That-
on the neighbors.
Yeah,
This is the denial in 2018 where he sought for this board denied the garage.
So the board denied it and he built it.
Is that what happened? I didn't, this isn't one of mine, I just appeared, he wanted somebody to appear for him.
We're talking about this address, yes? Yeah.
Yes.
So in 2018, he came in here for a
Mike,
variance.
would you give that to Reed, please?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
There was an existing in 18 as well. That was denied.
Yeah.
was
It was
existing.
existing,
Okay.
so, that's a different story, a little.
And I voted to deny it. Well,
Even though
you know
that
what?
one,
He's using it as storage. We're gonna condition it even though it's illegal for him to use it for anything else, really.
okay,
But we're gonna condition it anyway, if we decide to vote, if everybody wants to vote yes for it. I don't know that yet.
Okay.
Speaking for me,
if you don't mind, what was the reason for the,
I don't know, it's just denied.
I think
Because-
he didn't, I
because
think
of
he
the
didn't
height.
show, I think he didn't show up, that's what he told me, so
No,
he
they
didn't.
wouldn't deny it.
Wouldn't
because he
deny
didn't
it.
show.
Then we
Uh,
would have put it over.
Correct, would have been
It would have been a
postponed.
holdover, which this is a holdover, so
Yeah, I know,
this was
I thought I was
originally-
number 3, so I flew over here from Babylon,
Oh. No,
'cause I had
they
variances
denied it
over
because
there.
it's a two-story, 20-foot-high garage. And people have a tendency to rent them illegally, and that's why the board, you know,
But even though there was precedence right down the
it
street,
doesn't matter.
what do you mean? I thought like when someone legalized something with the same structure, same height, same.
It's only one garage, and that garage could have been built 50, 60, 100 years ago, I don't know. Yeah, it's not a done deal, but we'll deliberate. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by our office.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Holdover 4, Appeal 24-168, Adnan Sadiqo at 500 Common Road, Farmingdale.
Hi. Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
And your name and address, please.
Sure. My name is Adnan Siddiqui, 500 Carmen's Road, Farmingdale, New York, 11735.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm the current owner and occupant of 500 Carmen's Road. I'm here because I've been asked to remove a 6-foot fence that's pre-existing when I bought the place, and I'm requesting a variance to keep the fence.
Who asked you to remove it?
I received a violation from the town.
Okay. So I got some questions for you, because I didn't look at it. Your neighbors, the woods next door next door to you here, right here,
Yes.
where's their driveway?
The driveway is in the backyard. Yes, on Lois Lane. It's in the backyard,
Okay. And the corner of Carmen's Road, it goes all the way around Carmen's Road to Joseph,
That's correct.
and it's a 6-foot fence?
6-foot fence, yes.
You may have a site issue there. We don't usually allow 6-foot fences on a corner like that. All right, somebody's gotta look at this. I can't vote on this tonight.
Okay.
We're gonna put this on reserve.
Inspection?
Somebody has to vote.
Inspection,
Yeah.
inspection.
A 6-foot fence on a corner is never, very rarely approved. We're concerned about cars coming around and not being able to see around that corner. Is there a stop sign on that corner?
There's a stop sign in the backyard and on the side, yes. I purchased the property as is with the fence and the condition that it
Still have
was.
to go look at it, but this looks like a pretty decent cutout, at least on one corner, right?
Yeah.
There's like a planting, and then we still have to go look at it.
So what's gonna happen is, between this meeting and the next meeting, which is on March 20th, in those 2 weeks, somebody from this board's gonna go look at that fence, and if it's okay and we don't see a line of vision problem, then it'll be granted.
Okay.
But if not, then you're gonna have to adjust the fence.
Okay.
And we'll know by March 20th, you don't have to come back here.
Okay.
We're gonna Depending on the inspection, we'll vote on it.
Okay, and just for my own knowledge, in case that there's a denial, how much, what's the height that I'm supposed to have for,
On a corner, 2.5 feet.
2.5 feet?
Mhm.
It goes all around, because I have no,
For a radius of 30 feet in each direction.
okay,
So 2.5 feet and 30 feet this way and 30 feet that way. Has
Okay.
to be 2.5 feet to
Okay.
make it legal.
Okay.
But we'll take a look at it.
These, the shrubs and trees, those are all yours as well?
yes, that's correct. They have been removed, the trees have been removed.
They've been removed?
Yeah,
You
we
see what I'm
we
saying?
purchased it as a stressed house, so we are in the process of renovating a lot of the
If the
stuff.
town came out and gave you a violation or told you you had to remove it, that means that somebody complained.
This was before I purchased the property, I've been there about
You're having a lot of luck, huh? Listen, we're gonna try and help you, but we
Okay.
have to, safety comes first,
Okay,
okay?
yep,
So we'll look at it and we'll make that determination.
okay, thank you.
All right, thank
And
you.
I don't have to come back, you said on the 20th?
You
I'll
don't
just
have to
get it.
come back, the
Okay.
office will notify you,
Okay,
all right?
all right.
All right,
Thank you so
for
much.
coming down. Yep.
Thank you, good night.
Good night.
Yeah, no, I gotta look at that. Correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion,
Decision.
okay, this case is going on reserve. See, Miss Kathy.
The
Are you
last one.
done now?
Yeah. Except for
We're done.
voting.
Yeah, well, I need a little break,
Yeah.
and then we'll vote.
2 minutes, okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
How you doing, Anthony?
Good night. You
You
too.
have a good night.
next rated zoning board meeting?
Six, 199, I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Lois will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-545.
I'll move that.
Lois will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 24-551.
Right, he's going to see if he can.
You might want to move the house
provide
back.
the two parking
Oh, this was the
spots.
guy was, okay, I forgot.
It wasn't his application, it was his daughter's, right?
New
That one?
plan to move house back. Yeah, right? Whatever. Hearing number 5, appeal number 25-7. Existing cellar entrance, it was in the backyard. Yeah, I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 25-38. You want to move it?
Yes, I'll move it.
Who wants to second it?
I will.
And Rebecca will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-519. I'll move this.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved, and that's with the parent-child too. Hearing number 8, appeal number 25-27. Hearing number 9, appeal number 24-534. This is another parent-child. I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-563.
This was the one that you thought the pool equipment was a little close.
Yeah, I think it is, but he's got neighbors that are okay with it, so.
I'll move it.
Lois will move it. I'll second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-555. I have no problem with this. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 24-558.
This is the one with that letter that you couldn't figure out whose house you sent it to zoning.
Yeah, this was a pigsty.
Oh, right, that was the.
I'm sorry, it was a mess.
Can we
But-
send code, or it's not worth
And
it?
it's not that bad, but it's just like, ugh. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved.
This is gonna be reserved.
This is gonna be reserved.
I'm gonna have zoning look at 2 front doors and see if it needs to be.
2 front doors.
That's sour, right?
Yep.
Sour.
13, yeah.
Hearing number 14, appeal number 25-40.
I'll move that, I'm fine with that.
Lois will move it, I'll second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-546. One-story addition, I'll move it.
I'll
Anybody?
second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 24-547. Oh, it's that little sign.
I'll move it.
Okay, so let's say Rebecca and Lois, how's that? All in
Great.
favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, appeal number 24-556. This is the bathroom, 2-piece bathroom in the cabana. I'll move it.
I'll second.
Is that Lisa?
Lisa.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 20, Appeal number 24-565. This was okay. I'll move this. Anybody want to second it?
I guess I will. Lois has got it.
Lois, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 21, appeal number 24-541.
This is okay. I'll move this.
I'll second it if you want.
Rebecca and Lois, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 24-441. This is on Duffy Avenue. I'll move this.
I'll second.
Yeah. That's Rita and Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Here, holdover number 2, appeal number 24-357. Susan, just put a condition on that to screen the air conditioners, even though they're supposed to be screened anyway. I was a little concerned on this one with those sports courts, but there's nothing next to them, and they've been there for a while, so.
And then you wanted to condition that driveway? that they
Oh,
would not be
yes.
used for parking.
That the additional driveway to the proposed garage not be used to store cars or for parking or for storing cars.
Do you want to put overnight parking, Rita, in case they have a party, that they can have people just use
Yeah, you
the
can,
bathroom?
yes, you can,
So you want
yes,
overnight parking?
yeah. And I'll move it,
I will second it.
and Rebecca will second it. Holdover number 3.
What do you want to do about that?
We've already denied it once.
Yeah, and the other one was for 6134 on the percent, but the height was at 22, so it's kind of like a wash. They were both way over on both sometimes.
All right, let's deny it. I mean, let's be consistent.
It's not substantial.
I'm gonna deny it. Lois?
I'm denying it, so.
Rebecca?
Deny.
Deny, deny, deny.
Who will move it?
I will move it, since I was on the last one. And anybody want to second it?
I will.
Rebecca. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. We're gonna put holdover number 4 on reserve. That's in Farmingdale.
Inspection.
You wanna look at that, Lisa? Would you mind?
No.
Okay. Lisa will look at it.
Okay, yeah.
And then we have reserved decisions on tonight.
But, well, one of them, the second one, we're gonna keep on reserve, that's the one I'm landing. The first one, wanted a landscape plan submitted, they submitted a landscape plan with all the trees that you asked for. They submitted a formal landscape plan.
This was the Parkview Court, Farmingdale?
24562 William Estrada.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
A new
And that,
dwelling.
yeah, that really unusual area of Farmingdale, right? That's-
Yeah,
who knew that was
is that the
there?
Viceroy section?
With these huge
Big
properties, yeah.
We wanted some screening.
Susan, would you give me, when you get a chance this week, just give me Miss McCree's phone number?
Certainly.
So I can contact her, because I'm not going in that that other,
What are we doing?
So let's move, we have to move down this one first.
Oh.
Over 6.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Estrada.
We didn't vote on it, huh?
No, please.
Okay, so I'll move it,
I'll second.
and Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
And then Rachel McCree, we're gonna keep on reserve, Rita wanted to do a.
I want to see, I just want to see
Yep.
what this guy's talking
I
about.
have the
and-
file here.
Oh, you do?
Michael, would you do me a favor? Over there in the box that says reserve decisions, would you pull 24-470? Please. That's it? That's it?
Susan,
That's everything, right?
I'm not gonna take even 17.
Okay.
I think I mentioned that. I didn't mean to. Thank you, buddy.
Yep, I have you marked, well, good. Yep, he wants to try to find a phone number for the applicant, right?
Alrighty, that's a wrap?
It's a wrap.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Any of my North Shore people, you already told me about this. Does anyone know somebody that does pets?
Would you give this to Rachel?
Party?
Which one do you need? You need anything transcribed? That one denial?